We've come to the final part of the uses of commas. When to use commas, part 6. If you are yet to watch part 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, do well to go watch them. In this part 6, we are looking at the sixth use of comma. Let's start with examples. We have example 1. The family prayed before eating. We have that the family prayed before eating. At what time did the action prayed occur? It is before eating. So before eating is an adverbial phrase of time. It post-modifies the verb prayed. So when you have a sentence where the adverbial phrase comes after the verb it modifies, you do not use a comma to mark off the adverbial phrase. Then look at this second sentence. We are going to begin the sentence with the adverbial phrase itself so that we have before eating, the family prayed. So when a sentence begins with an adverbial phrase, you use a comma to mark off the adverbial phrase before the main sentence itself. Hence, this number 6 says, use commas to mark off introductory phrases such as participial phrases and adverbial phrases. Before eating functions as an introductory adverbial phrase. Hence, you place a comma. Let's go to the next example. Example 2. Grabbing her luggage, a femina headed towards the airport. The main sentence here is a femina headed towards the airport. This expression, grabbing her luggage, is a phrase. It is a participial phrase. What is a participial phrase? A participial phrase is a phrase that begins with a participle, be it a present participle or a past participle is a participial phrase. In this case, grabbing is a present participle. So a phrase that begins with a participle and also contains a noun is a participial phrase. So when a participial phrase begins a sentence, what do? You must use a comma to mark off the participial phrase before the main clause itself. So we have grabbing her luggage, comma, a femina headed towards the airport. In this sentence, the participial phrase is serving as an introductory present participial phrase. Hence, you must put a comma before the main clause. So let's have the final example under part 6. We have that confused by the president's declaration, Ogenemaru made no remark. Here, Ogenemaru made no remark is the main clause. It is an independent clause. Then look at the first part that says, confused by the president's declaration. This is a phrase which begins with a past participle verb and also contains a noun. So this now is a participial phrase. It is a past participial phrase. And since this sentence begins with a participial phrase, what do? We use a comma to mark off the participial phrase before the main clause itself, so that we have confused by the president's declaration, comma, Ogenemaru made no remark. Do you understand? Thank you very much for following through from part 1 to this part 6. There are still few other uses of commas, but I would like to end this lecture in this part 6. Thank you very much for watching.